Thank you, Ramesh. I'm sharing this screen. Yes, discuss. Can able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Anyone? Okay, thank you. Yeah, where I left, like till where you people understood, so that I can I can start from there. Okay, I'll explain. Not an issue. I'll explain about stateful widget. So yeah, stateful widget is nothing but whenever we interact with the application. So in the stateful widget, there is a life cycle. So based on that, the screen will be updated. Here, for example, we have create state. For the first time, it will be initialized with home state. Home state is also nothing but the class related to the stateful widget. So, and this contains the build method. In the stateless widget, we were having directly build method, but here not in the main class. In the state class, we have the build method. So that means anything updated in the screen, like if we trigger any button, so once we trigger the button, that will call the create state method again. So create state will return the home state that contains the updated screen. So there the interaction will be happened easily in this. So in our design, we created the scaffold. Scaffold will take app bar. App bar is nothing but in the top we have top, it will be having the header where we can place our text or else logo, anything required that will be placed in that. So here the scaffold will be writing it in app bar. It takes the app bar widget itself. So in this widget we have few properties. For example, elevation is nothing but the shadow. So we'll give that to check how it works. And the background, by default it will be a blue. So we can able to see it's not reloaded. The previous result, okay. I didn't call this home class in the stateless widget. Here I added text, so I'll call the home. So this will be shown. You can able to see here now the scaffold will create all the entire design with the default settings. For example, I didn't give the blue color. It is also it is taken, and the background as white. It is taken by default. And elevation, I gave the elevation as 20. You can able to see the shadow in the bottom of the app bar. That is the elevation. So these are the properties we can add up. So now we'll change the background to some colors by using background color property and the colors. You can able to see here color. So this will take any like RGBA, hexadecimal colors. And if we check these colors, so this colors is already predefined for these things, blue, black, all those things. If you want to take from RGBA, that is color, or directly means colors. So I'll take black. We'll check which color suits. And I need a text in the app bar. So I'll give the title. So title, it won't take directly some strings like this. It won't take anything like this. We need to give text widget. We know about this text widget. This will take the directly string. So we'll give anything like breaking news. So this will return. We'll see what it's showing. Breaking news. We can able to see the breaking news in the top. We just added the text and the color, background color black. It is reflecting. So I want text should be center in the app bar. So yeah, we can able to give. We have the property called center title. And can you able to see like whenever I type, it's already showing all the things. So I'm just entering. So that shows like whatever the properties it provides, only those will be shown here. So if it is not showing, means that cannot be usable. So here I'll make it true, because we can able to see here, if we control and hover, we can able to check the type. It is a Boolean type. So that's why we can able to give Boolean true. So I want the text to be center. So now can you able to see here? So and something here, it is disturbing like a debug mode and all. So this we can able to clear this by giving in the material app, because in material app itself the whole structure is created. This is per application. We can consider material app is per application. The whole application we can use a material app, home, and inside home the scaffold. We can use scaffold, n number of scaffolds. Each screen will contain one scaffold. That is the default settings. Okay. So I'll remove the debug banner by giving debug. It is showing. You can able to see here. If I click debug, it is showing debug show check mode banner. So here I will make it false. So now that is removed. Yeah. And now in the app bar, we can give the text font related, text related properties, size of the text, everything inside this text. So by giving, because this is also a widget, this will take few properties. For example, style property will take text style widget. So it will be a confusing for the first time, because so many classes, so many widgets, it is all the things are taking. So for better understanding purpose, so whenever you want to use anything, keep it in mind. I want this design. You search for that, like a text. I want to make the text color red or something. So we need to check what properties it takes. Go and hover on the text, control hover. It will show all the properties, and what it will take also it will show. In here, after the key, it is showing text style is style. So it takes the text style as its value. So in the text style, there are a few properties like font size. Font size I want around 24, and font color. Color we can give directly, and font family we can give. Font weight we can give. Font weight it takes. It takes font weight dot these values 500, 600. Weight it will take. So we'll check how it is reflecting. We changed font color. We didn't change the font color. We changed the font weight and font size. And the color, if you want to apply, color, I already told, if you want to take colors, already predefined colors we can take, or else RGB colors, if the client or any other gives the specific colors, but that time you need to use RGBA, like we can able to see here, from RGBO, from RGB, ARGB, all these things works. Colors dot. I think for the black, white is a good combination, so I'll remove this. So I won't add anything. So this is the app bar. So we'll go to the body part, because in the top it is done. In the body, whatever the left out area is having, that is called body. So we can click body here. So these are the properties you can able to see what it is providing. So I'll trigger on that body. So here in the body, I need to display screens. So we'll create bottom nav bar for design. So for creating that, until I create the bottom nav bar, I'll stop this body, creating the body. So bottom nav bar also, we have it, bottom navigation bar property. It takes bottom navigation bar itself, bottom navigation bar widget. Bottom navigation bar, we can able to see here bottom navigation bar. So inside bottom navigation bar, we have the methods like items. We need to place some items in the bottom navigation bar. So it takes items array. If we have three items, it will show 3. We need to add those 3 items here. So those 3 items, three items are bottom navigation bar items. So these names are little difficult to understand when it comes and all those things. So yeah, whenever you need to add anything, you can refer the documentation itself. It will provide detailed descriptions of each and everything. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, here the items, each items it takes bottom navigation bar items. Here we can able to see bottom navigation bar. If we click enter, by default it is asking us to enter icon if you want to show any icon. So we have different icons in the Flutter. So by calling those icon, before that we need to call icon widget. Icon widget takes icons. Icons dot icons dot yeah. These are the icons what it provides. If I give home, we'll check this what it is showing. Yeah, before that we need to give the title for that icon also. Title take the text. So I'll give home. Yeah. Okay. There is some error like item dot length is greater than 2. Okay. Yeah. I'll place another one, the same icon with different icons. Dot chat. We need to mention the current index, means we will be having multiple items in this. So we need to mention which one to take by default. So we have the property called current index. I'll give 0 because it is an array. It takes from 0. So we'll check now what is it. Yeah, you can able to see here in the bottom like home and the chat. So here the title is taking here and the chat. So this is disabled because I just gave 0 as index value. So that's why it is disabled. We'll make it enable, like once if we trigger on any of this, it need to change. So now we'll give styles required for that bottom navbar item. So by giving color and some properties. So whole bottom navbar, it takes the bottom background color as. So I'll give the same color what I gave in the top nav, black. So here it is taking the black. Okay. Yeah. So we can able to see here it is not showing another icon because that is hidden. The color is same. So I'll add color for the icon. Colors dot white. And same thing for another one. And for the text also. We know what the style text style it takes. It is a text style. In this text style widget, it will take the color property. So same thing, I'll give white. So I'll use the same style for the bottom text also. So we'll check icon. Okay. So I give directly COLO. Okay. So now we can able to see the white with the black background. So yeah, we'll create the screens for these two things. Means just to display here. What we need to create is, first thing, we need to create a variable for changing. Once you click on home button, it need to change the screen. Once you click on a message button, it need to change the screen. So for changing the index, I'll create an current index as a variable. When we click on that, we need to change the button. So we need to update this current index variable. Whenever we click, which one we click, that we need to update. So another one, I'll create list view. Not list view, it's a list which takes the widget. You can able to see the declaration how I am doing. So if I directly want to create int current index and assignment. If I want to create and list, and we need to define what it takes. I want it to take only widget. Because this screen is a widget, right? Like anything we need to display is a widget. So I'll give the name as screen. Screens, that is an array. for default, I'll give the container. We'll add this JSON data here. Before that, for checking, I'll add container here. Container, I already spoke. It is just for creating the layout, and it also takes margin, padding, and everything for aligning the data. Here I want to change the color because for the two screens, if it is the same color, we can't identify. So I'll change the color. See, for everything, for container, it is taking color. It won't take color directly. So I am giving direction, decoration, and box. It takes the box decoration as its value. This is a widget. This contains the color property. Color. Color data yellow. Just for testing purpose, I'll once after this we'll change this to design like news updates. Same thing I'll create for another button also, another bottom navigation bar also. So I'll copy paste the same thing, same container. This is an array, so it can take n number of things, but we created only two buttons in the navbar, so I'm assigning only two. So sometimes it will show the errors like this. We can able to see a red color, that is to end up with a semicolon. So now the screen is created, current index is created. So I need to change whenever I click on any of the icon. So to mention that where I clicked, I need to call one method. So that is some tap method. We can call it is a tap in the mobile. So bottom navbar takes the tap method. So I need to call a method for this, for tapping. So I'll create a method here. Anything you can give any method because we are creating this method. So and I will declare the parameters because we need to pass which one we clicked, which index we need to pass. So I'll pass the index parameter, and here in this area I need to mention, I need to change, I need to update this current index value variable, because this will only mention which screen I am. Right, by default I'm making sure that this should show the only first navbar. So if I give current index, equal to index, here index will be coming from here. So I'm assigning that to index, and I'm calling this inside this alt tab. So if I add this, it won't be shown anything because we are not updating it. We need to set, we need to give the set state. I already told whenever we need to do any interactions, we need to give set state. It will rebuild, it will call this create state, and it will come to the home state class, and it will redesign everything. So I will give set state. So I'll pass this variable inside this. It won't take because we already gave current index. Items, okay. Yeah, we didn't mention the body itself. Yeah. Because where is the body? Yeah, I told like body will be created afterwards, because in the body only we need to display that screen. So I'll add the body now. Once after the this one, here I'll mention based on the tabbed screen I need to display here. So I will take the array, already created screens array. Which screen array I need to show? That is based on index. So that index is assigned by using current index. So now whenever I click on any of the button, I am updating their index. Which one I click, that index. So this is containing the current index value 0 or 1, because we have only 2. So I am mentioning in the body display one screen. So based on the current index. Now everyone can everyone able to see this screen like it is yellow, because by default it is 0. I set the variable to 0 here. So yellow is the first. Okay, I gave both yellow. Okay, I'll give green here, but still yellow will come for the first time, because first one is yellow, first index. Whenever I click on the second one, second index is updated in this method. So I'll test. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now it is changing. You can able to see the changing the colors. Whenever I click on home screen is showing. Whenever I click on chat, it is showing here. So means based on the index, I'm switching the screens. So yeah, now we'll change these containers to our data JSON data. JSON data is already created. So I'll share in the screen. If anybody want to use the same yeah, I created a news.json. This is like some website, like some API is provided this data. This is how the database JSON will be appeared from the backend, like status, okay, and total results, this much articles, this much based on this array. It will. This is how the database JSON format is provided. So we use this for displaying the design. So for the basic one, I'll share in the chart, like anyone can use this. I think everything will be included in this. Okay, it won't be only few things it will take. Yeah, where I can share this. You can able to share, pass any data in this, Rajshuk?
Yeah, Ashok.
I need to share one file with everyone.
Yeah.
Is there any option in this for sharing the file, JSON file? I think we have chat and polling question.
Is there any trouble to post in the chat box?
Yeah, it won't take whole object. Means this much we have this much data. It won't. It is not accepting that.
Maybe you can send me in WhatsApp, and then I can compress it and give it, or other way maybe. Because I think the only way to communicate is chat here. So maybe you can give it to me, and I'll share you the number in a private chat, and you can give it to me in WhatsApp. I can turn to some other file and then share it. to all.
Okay. What if I shall I share it in Gmail?
Sorry.
Gmail. Can I send to you in Gmail?
Yeah, I can. Wait. I'm sending you my mail. Messaging you. 1 second.
Yeah, please give me your mail ID.
Yeah, I've sent you.
You sent me in WhatsApp or any other?
No, here. WebEx Teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I sent to you your mail.
Yeah, I'll convert it and share it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and here now we will try like accessing the JSON file using the assets. So assets is the main important concept in Flutter. Not only Flutter, in Android development, in iOS development also it is important. Like any default files we need to add into the application, images we need to implement in the application, we use assets. So we just need to create one directory inside our project. So here the project is created. So I'll right click on this and I'll create new directory. I'll create the name as assets. I'll click OK. Here inside this, I'll create another file just to store the JSON. So this JSON, here in the assets, I'll right click, new file. This is a normal file, that's why I'm creating normal file. If we need to create a new Dart file, we need to create Dart extension. So I will name it as news .json. I'll click OK, and I'll paste this copied JSON. So this is how the API gives the result to front end. So this result we need to display in the screen. So once after adding into the assets folder, we need to go to pubspec file. In the pubspec, we need to register it. Register in the sense, we need to mention what and all files need to be accessed in the application. So in this pubspec.yaml file, in this file, the structure is different here. There is no flower bases and anything. It is based on indentation. Like Python, this is indentation. So exactly we need to give proper way. So in the dependencies, we are going to give libraries what we import. Sometimes we need to add any location related libraries. So that we're going to use in dependencies. And dev dependencies are nothing but which are not useful for the application, but those are useful for development, right? While developing, we need to use that time, those libraries will be used. And here we can able to see the Flutter. In the Flutter here, we will mention that whatever the JSON we added. We need to tell this YAML file that, yeah, we have JSON file. So you please check this. We need to mention that. Asset / news.json. So in the assets folder, we need to give the hyphen and assets folder / news dot JSON. Okay. So once after adding, we need to update this page. So we need to import it to our application now by using pubget, or else in the terminal you can type flutter pubget. Okay. Use material design is true. Hyphen, okay. Okay, we need to mention within assets colon, and here we need to give hyphen. So now we'll check. Yeah. Now we can able to see this is running and added. For confirmation, you can try again. Not an issue. Okay. Now it is registered in our application. This in assets JSON file is added here and registered to use in our application. So once after adding here, we'll try to import it now. Means in our screen we need to import to display the list. So we'll create a different file to show this JSON. So this is also important. Like in an application, there will be a lot of files. Means each simple things will be created as a separate file. That is a good way to handle. So that can be reusable. That is the main concept we create in a different file. So for creating a new dart file, go on lib folder, right click on lib. Sorry, I clicked on Visual Studio. Right click on lib folder. New dart file. This is not normal file. That's why we are selecting dart file. So here in the dart file, I'll name it as news list. So we just need to list. So I created as naming conventions are important in this. So I'm not giving dart extension because it directly it itself takes the dart file, because creating the dart file, so just give the name. So once after creating name file, we are gonna write state again stateless widget. Sorry, stateful widget, because here we will be clicking on the each news. So that's why we need to be interacted with application. So that's why stateful widget we will be created. So before that, what import I told to import to the application. So that we need to do mandatorily. So that is material dot. Without that, all these whatever we used now, library and means widgets, that cannot be used. The text or else container, everything included in material. So click on package. So it will show by default the material will show in the top. So once after this, I'll create a class. Means it is like a widget, creating a widget. Which widget we need to create? Stateful, because we need to interact with the news, different news, what we display. So I'll display, I'll create stateful. Once after typing S, it's showing already state STFUL. Click enter. It will by default create the template for creating. Here the same way what I explained for stateful, everything is same here. I'll give the class name. news list. So where and all, it's everywhere it is changed. News list state, news list state, news list, and news list. This is a state class extending. So the same way, the explanation is same for this stateful widget here. But here, we need to take the JSON now. Whatever we created, we just created the file. We need to import it into our application, means in the screen. So we need to create a variable for the list of news. So I'll create a news. And we need to create a method. Before this method, we'll call init state, because when the screen is loaded, I need the JSON in the screen. So init state will be created. Init state here we have, enter on that. So yeah, it will be referred itself, super.init state, referring itself. And here we need to access that JSON by calling a method. We can call, right now I'll write here itself, like a conversion from JSON. I'll create one variable. So this is main important. I'll remove the await for the first time. Why this is coming error is because this refers to different package. This is not in the material, so we need to import that. So if we don't know that which package it is using, if you hover this, we can able to see here in the red color. Click on that. Import library service.dart. So I'll import this. So this is created now. So this is nothing but I need to load a file, JSON file, that we need to mention. Once after registering, even the program won't understand what is news.json file. We need to access it based on the path assets. So assets / news.json. So here if I add, what it happens is, the data, it won't be, if it is more than 100 or more than 500 data, init state will load for the first time. It will check and it will go to next screen, next line. It won't make sure whether the data is fetched or not, because it is hundreds and thousands of data if we have, means it is difficult. So what I will do is, we can't use async and await here. What is meant by async and await is, until my work is completed, it should not go to next line. So we will tell the program to wait for me. So that is by async and await. So for that, I can't use in init state async and await. So I'll go to I'll create another method, load JSON. Here I'll call this line. Inside this method. Why? Because the separate methods can able to call the async await. So async and await is nothing but the method which is created as async, we can able to use await inside it. So it means where and all we used await, those things will be and it will others will wait until async await lines are added. So here I will add async. This is async method now, and I'll mention await here. So now until I get the data from news.json file, I should not go to other. So this is string. This is data. Okay. Yeah. And now, once after I get the assets reference, this is just the reference, still not the data. So reference. So by creating I need to parse it. Means I need to decode it because it is in JSON format. JSON dot decode. I can't use directly, so I need to decode it. So once after decode only, I'll get to know what is the description of that news, what is the author of that news. Because in JSON we have all those things. The program need to understand what that is. Okay. Yeah. Come. Now the news data contains whole thing like what I showed in the new assets. This everything will be contains in this variable news list. So, but what we need is from this news list, we can able to see your status and total result. These things are not required for me. So I want the list of new news. So this is the array. I need this list. So I'll assign these things to news variable. So here I will call set state. I'll assign whatever the decoded JSON of articles. I need only articles. I need only articles. That's why I mentioned articles, because in the JSON we can able to see here article. The name is articles. So can you able to understand what I am doing? Anyone? Like hello.
Ashok,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Hello.
file that you sent me to send it through the chat, I think you will have to stop your screen. I think no other way is possible. I was trying.
Okay.
Sure.
Anyone trying what I'm doing, like a JSON file, by using JSON file, like typing or anything? Only if they are doing that is important. Or else whenever we share in the description of the YouTube, or whenever we upload this video in the YouTube, in the description we can mention this. Only if they are using
Yeah.
now, we can share this right now. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because this video they can use it in. Okay. Yeah. Only articles. That's why I'm assigning this news to means articles. Whatever I decoded, that I'm assigning to news variable. So now the news variable contains the list. For checking purpose, we can use print statement dot I'll check the length of that array, whether the data is coming or not once after assigning. And in init state, I need to call this method, because in the init state only we can able to initialize these things. Why? Because I created different method is because I can't use the async and await in init state. That is the main reason I created. So now, yeah, but still we didn't use this news list. Oh, sorry, news I added. Okay, not an issue. Spelling. I didn't call this widget anywhere. I need to call in the first screen of the application. The first screen of the application means in the design we can able to see here. Whenever I click on this home, I need to display this news list. So I'll go to main.file, and we already created container here for screens. I'll remove this container now. I'll place this whatever I created now. Why it is showing error is because that is different file. That is, this file doesn't know what I'm mentioning. So I need to import it by, you can able to see here, whenever I hover it left side, I'm getting this red color symbol. So whenever I click on that, I can able to see the list of things I can import. So I'll import this. So that error is resolved. So now if I open this, nothing it will show, because I'm not showing in the screen list. The news I am not showing in the list. So it won't show anything. But color also it won't show, yellow color. I think it's loading. Yeah. See, it is gone. Yellow color is gone because I removed the container color and everything. I added the news. But why it is not coming news is because I didn't design anything, but I called a print statement whether the data is coming or not. We can able to see here 20 in the run. This is the run where the application logs will be generated. Sometimes API is triggered or not. We need to confirm it by adding logs. So see, we can able to see here. I'm checking the JSON article's length, how much it is. So in news list, here I added print statement news.length. It is showing 20. Means it is triggering the assets.news, and I'm fetching the result. So now I can use this by displaying in the screen. So everyone know where we need to design. Only in the build method, it takes the widget, means it takes the design. So I need to design only in this. So I'll remove that return, and I'll add list view builder. And before that, I'll add container. Container is not required. It is mainly for architect, for designing the structure purpose. So this is required whenever we need a padding, whenever we need a margin, we can add this container. Container, we know that what the container takes, the children, like a child, means to display whatever inside that. Here, the important concept in Flutter is the list view builder. Most of the application have this because the API, whatever the result it comes from the API, that we need to display in the list. So this is main important thing we need to add in our application. So once I click on the list view, there are 3 different kinds of list view builder. That is list view.builder and list view.custom and list view.separate. We'll use basic one as a builder, and the same way list view, we have grid view also. Grid view is nothing but it will show like a 3 in a row. Each in every 3 in a row it will display. So here we'll use list view builder. So here what we need to show is item builder. Okay, here it will take the item builder as a build context. List view builder, it will take the build view means build context, because it need to get to know about that screen size and everything. I already told why the context is used. It will fetch the basic details of the particular screen. So obviously list view is required because it need to check how much size is exist for me to display my list. So it takes a build context, and the reference variable context. And the index is nothing but which index, like whenever the iteration is happening, it will make a count of it, like which index, which data exists. Like for example, we have 20 data, the index starts from 0. So each widget, each JSON have one particular index. So now I'll create it. So yeah, the list view builder. Okay, build context. BUILD. Okay, build context. Yeah, in the list view builder, I need to display now. Before displaying, I need to mention the list view telling the list view builder how many items I have. I can't directly give it's 20 are there because I can give 20. So for that I need to give proper length of items. So I have the variable news, and I need to mention the length by using dot length. So if JSON size is increased 20 or 30, so that time it will take exactly that many items. So once after creating a news item count and the item builder, we can able to display it inside. Hence, this is list view builder takes each widget. So we need to return So firstly, I'll display any description and anything for the checking. So I'll give the text. So now how we need to display is, we know the variable news. Text takes the string news. So news is a JSON now. One particular full array is JSON. I need to mention which index data I need to take. So I'll add the index because I am getting index here. Each loop I will be getting. Once after that, I need to mention which data I need to take. If you go to that JSON file, so now this is array, and I'm mentioning the index, each index. I need to take now which data I need to take. If I take title, we'll check. I'll mention the title. I need to take a title of the particular index. So whenever the list view builds, the index keep on changing. So it will show the title of that each index. So if I go and check, you can able to see here, it is showing all 20 titles because it is looping each and everything. What we'll do is we'll design the sections what we are displaying. So firstly, I'll add the card because that will be a good look. It will provide the good look. So I'll remove the text. I'll add the card, because in card we can add elevation. We already know about elevation. What is elevation? It is nothing but the shadow. And once after that, even for card, I need to mention inside card what I need to display by using child. By using child, I need to give, you need to display this. Now I'll display the column, what I explained in the previously. So that one I'm going to utilize here, column. Inside column, what I need to take is, it takes the children's as its property. Inside column we need to display, because one beside the another one I need to display, because we also have the image to display. So I'll display the image in the left side and the description or content in the right side. So I need to use column here. Okay. Yeah. Inside the column. Okay. Here inside the column, inside the children, I need to mention what children we need to provide. I'll give list tile. List tile. Why? Because I am using list tile is, hence this is a list view. List tile will provide the basic designs, like how the scaffold is provided for us. The same way this will also provide. For example, leading in the sense before, in the first case, means in the particular tile, news tile, first what I need to display, that I can mention here. So I'll display a image in the left part of the screen. I can give image dot network, because it's coming from URL. Because it is URL. Image is URL. So by using image.network, we can able to access. And we have another possibility also. Whenever we add image in the assets file, we need to register in the pubspec.yaml, and we can access here by using assets. Whenever we have in the local. But this is coming from JSON, and that is also an URL. So I need to mention network. So what I need to show, same way like how I showed the text. News of index, that particular index, and we need to check what variable we are using for image. Yeah. URL to image. This I'll mention here. So once after this, so this will be a leading. We'll check what it is showing. We can able to see here. Okay. Yeah. We can able to see in the left side, we can able to see the list of images. I didn't mention the right side, about right side. So that's why it's showing on the left side. So I will add the content. Yeah, once after I add the left side tile. Okay, yeah. The child is listed tile. Yeah, one more thing what I need to add here is the constraint box is not required, but we'll make sure the image is fit equally. Right now what is happening is this is small and this is big. So we can add constraint box. That is nothing but we'll make sure each and everything is in min width and max width. So I'll go to leading. Yeah, here I'll place here. See how the new widgets need to be added to the already existing one. I'll click on the front part of the image, and I'll go to left like. You can able to see the yellow color, this one. This will wrap the new widget. We can directly add, type everything. This is a shortcut what we need to make sure. If I click this, see, widget is showing. Here we need to change to constraint. Constraint box. What this constraint box will take is the width and height of that application, height of that image. So that is by providing. I'll give at the end because the suggestion won't be shown if you add it in the front. Constraints. It takes box constraint, not box decoration, it's box constraints. So all these things are widgets. It's taking the properties. That's why in the first session itself, I told that the widgets are very much important in the Flutter, and for the first time we'll face the difficulties in creating the widgets, means using the widgets. That doesn't mean oh, this is very difficult in it. So once we get into it, it is easiest, and we can able to see here how the designs are easily we can able to create. If we compare to Android completely Android development, native development, it is difficult. Even they provide GUI design, but the XML code and everything is different, and yeah, animations and everything is perfectly done in this using this. In the box constraint, I am mentioning the min width and the max width and everything. We'll check. Max width should be 80 and max height. I'm mentioning the image should be at what size. This is around 40, 60. Okay. We can able to see each and everything is in the proper sizes. So now we'll go and add title. Means we need to display other data. So list type constraint box. Okay. Yeah. Here I'll mention the title of the screen. My title of that particular news. Constraint. This one. Yeah. Title. I need to mention the title of the news. That is string. So I need to use text. Text. And what I need to display is that from JSON I need to display one title. So I'll use the same variable like news of index of I need to check like what variable field that is its title. Here also title. I'll go here and I'll update here. I'll check what is it showing. Everyone can able to see here what it is showing now. So in the right it is showing the title of that particular news. We can able to design this title also, which color and everything. So we'll go forward with different things. What so that is, this is, we can able to see here few things are more and few things are less So mean 2 lines, 3 lines. I need to do some ellipses. Ellipses in the sense a few websites we can able to see. For few lines it will show, after that 3 dots it will show. That means the content is there, but I don't want to show here. So I'll make sure that happen in this, because it's showing more content. So for the text, in the text I need to do, so that's why I'm updating in the text. So here I need to mention how many lines I need to display. Minimum 2 lines. So what we need to show afterwards. So afterwards, if it is overflows, I need to show ellipse. Ellipse is nothing but that 3 dots. So that is text. Oh, okay. Text overflow. Dot ellipsis. We'll see. Before 3 lines was showing few things, and now we'll see how many lines it is showing. We can able to see here, this is 2 lines with the 3 dots at the end. 3 dots at the end. This is only 1 line, so it is not showing. So minimum the lines, max lines I gave 2. That's why it's happening like this. And also we need to display some title or something if we have anything here. So we have content or description. We use description in the same way. I'll copy paste this, but it will show error because I already used the title here. So why I use list tile is, this is the main basic thing. We can able to add subtitle, title and subtitle. So this will also be shown in the bottom of the title. Once I save, we can able to see the subtitle. It is showing here. Okay, it is showing the same thing because I didn't change the field name, title. So I'll go here and I'll copy description, this field name. This is the JSON I sent. So I'll modify the second line. So what it's happening is now, yeah, title is different and the subtitle is different. See, we can able to see here. So now it makes sense like how the news app it looks. And the one thing what we will do is, we need to check how the one screen to another screen we navigate it. So once I click on these things, I need to navigate to another screen. So yeah, don't worry about it. Like it will be a simple thing. It won't take much time. Yeah. So here, I need to mention a click event. I need to tell the card, whenever I click on the card, I need to make sure I need to send this to a new screen. So there is nowhere I can able to add a tab. See, this is also not providing. Column also won't provide tab. So we can able to see here. Tab means it should show. So we'll add it to the container itself, card itself, because this is the card each time displaying looping. So whenever I click anywhere in that card, I need to loop. I need to route, navigate. So click on the front part of it, means I need to include wrap it. For wrapping it, I need to click on the where I need to wrap. So left side yellow color suggestion will come here. Wrap with widget. You can directly give. You can without taking that suggestion we can give. But why I feel to use that is because I'll add here Inkwell. This is the widget I want to use. I need to use child and everything, and I need to copy paste. So this is a headache. For normal thing it is okay. For more hierarchy it will be a bit difficult. So I'll go here and wrap with widget. See, everything is added. Only the widget name I need to enter. Inkwell. Inkwell is nothing but any gesture related thing like tap or anything related that if I want to add, it will support. See now, tap, on double tap, on double tap. So I want only tap. So once I tap, so I need to call navigator. This is how the more lines, if logics I told, right, in the block, sometimes we'll use logics in the design itself. In this kind of things, in the flower braces, we'll use some logics. So that is replaced in the block. So now I need to navigate to new screen. So I need to create it first. So same again, right click on the library, new, and go to Dart file, click it. So it will create a new this one. Here I need to create another file. I can, why? Because I'm doing creating the new file is so that you will be usual to it. Means you for new projects or anything, in the same file it will be a big headache by looking at it if we create in the same file. So that's why we'll create in new files. So news details, I'll give the name as details. Dot is not required. So because this is mainly to create dot. So now the news details page is created. So we know how to create a stateless and stateful widget. Here in this description, displaying the whole news, particular news, we doesn't require stateful widget because we won't be interacting in this. Hence, we need to click news in this. That's why we added stateful. I'll add navigation here once after creating the file. So here I need to mention stateless widget. I don't want stateful here. I'm not going to interact in this screen. Just read the news. So I'll import the package material dot. This is common, and what I need to do is stateless. So I'll go to stateless, STLESS, I'll enter. So this is everyone understood and why I am doing this, creating the widgets. So here I'll name it as news details. News details. This is the class name, and you see here we have the build widget, build, and it is showing container. There is nothing in it. So I need to design the things now. Before this, what I need to display from this screen, from list screen to detail screen, I need to pass that news. So for passing that news, we need to create a variable here, a final variable, or else final is not required. If not required, map final. Why we create final is it is a runtime, so we can assign in between. Means it executes in runtime, not like const variable. So I'll create a news variable. I need a particular news. I'm mentioning I need a particular news. See, we can able to see here, I'm getting error here because I can't create variable directly here. Only whenever I want data from previous screen or parent screen. So here what it will do is it will we need to create in constructor this variable. So I'll hover this and click on this red button. It's asking create constructor for final field. See now, this is created. Why I need this is because the variables, I can't create the variables to use in this application here. Only if I am passing from one screen to another screen, we need to pass through constructor. So that is why I mentioned that variable name, this variable name here. So now the whole news, one particular news we are passing, not the single string. So we'll design a scaffold now because this is a new screen. The previous screen we are not going to use now. The new screen we are going to use now because so for that the scaffold is compulsory. Scaffold, enter. So we know what it takes, app bar it takes. So I think we will use the same app bar. No need to spend the time on that because we already designed the app bar in the main.file. file. You can able to see here, this is the app bar. App bar. Yeah. Now we'll see what it is showing. Whenever we click, it need to navigate. I didn't write that navigation code in this. Am I audible now, or else did I disconnect again? Am I audible,
sir,
right?
audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Here, I need to write a code to navigate to next screen whenever I click on the news, particular news. So on tap, I already wrote on tap. So I need to mention navigator. So I'll go to the on tap method, on tap. I created the news details class that there I need to navigate. So we have a widget called navigator. So it takes methods like push, pop, can pop, and all these things. This is mainly different ways of going to next screen, different ways. And the pop is nothing but coming back. Whenever we go inside, we need to come back. So that's why pop is used. Whenever we need to go to new screen, that time we are going to push. We can understand like this, but the thing is, it is different. The context will keep on changing. That is the main thing. The push and pop is provided. Context, we know the context. Every time, wherever we use, that context will be keep on changing because the size and the screen will be changed. So at one particular time, I am in home screen. That context I will take, and again, if we navigate to next screen, that context I need to take. Whenever I want to come back, I'll remove the current one and I'll go back. That is the main concept of navigating here. So in the first parameter is context, and the second parameter it takes as material route. Material route means it is not just splashing. Whenever we can see some application, whenever I click on button, it will be directly, it will show. There won't be any transition effect. Transition effect in the sense, not completely transition, at least it will show how the page is moving. Next screen. By that material page route. Material page route. This again takes the builder. So I need means context. I need to mention inside this, and once after this, I will call the new screen name, means new screen class. News details class. And what we need to pass, we know we want the whole news. For example, this is one particular news, whole news. I need to pass whole thing, not the single title, single author, anything. I need to pass whole thing. So now what we need to do is in the news list, I need to mention, I already created a variable map. That's why I created a map variable there, because we have different key value pair. So now we'll take the variable. This variable is nothing but list here in the details page list. I want to take which index I clicked. So I will give news dot index, news of index. So what this will show is, okay, this is showing error because I didn't mention the key. Key is nothing but what variable we created in the news. This is news. Both are news. Don't get confused, because this news key is nothing but here, this one, this map. And this news is nothing but our list of news which is displaying in the screen, this list. So I am taking only one news. I want one news to be next to screen. I am passing this. So we'll check how it is passing. Okay, it's not taking push. Okay. So we'll click on this, whether it will go to next screen or not. See, it is coming to next screen. I'll change the title of this if you want. News. We'll go to news screen. Breaking news only we are showing. If want, we can give this. Yeah, news. See, so come back. It's coming back. You can ask one question like, we didn't mention anything related to this arrow, back arrow. That is why, because we are using scaffold, and without material, this one. For example, what is it? Okay. We used, for the first page we used material app. Now in this page we are not using material app. Because of that, it understood, okay, this is some other screen. So we need to navigate, we need to provide some navigator button so to go back. So this is how they're providing. So now what we'll do is, whatever we clicked, that details will display in this screen. Firstly, we have an image, so we will display that image in that screen. We know, but what the thing is, one below the another, if want, what we need to use, everyone know this. Can anyone tell me, like one below the another thing we need to use, what we need to use? Anyone? Display, that is row. So that I am gonna use here in the body. This is a screen, app bar we displayed, but body we need to display, right? So inside the body, we need to display, we'll display the container first. Container, whenever we require padding or anything, we can use this. This is like structured way using. So here, the child for that container, I will use column. This is, in this column, I need to mention step by step. First, I need to display image. Next, I need to display title. Next, a description. Next, content, like that. So now I'll display the image. So here I will add container again for displaying the image. This is not required. I can directly use the image.network or anything, but this is like proper way. Container in the website also, we can see in the Bootstrap or in web designing. Inside we can create a div class name container, and inside class name row, inside that columns, like that. Here also same way, containers are good thing to use. A container. For this container, child will be image. dot network. We already used this in the previous screen. Image dot network. So I need to use the URL here because I parsed the data in the list screen, but I need to use here. That is how means I'm getting the news data here. Whenever I click a particular news, I'm passing it to next screen. Means that I am getting here. So I will use this. Here I'll no need to use index. There we have list view. That's why we were using index. But here I am getting directly that particular object which I am tapping. So I will directly use the URL name. For example, URL name is image, this one. Go inside this and paste that. So why this is coming is, okay. Here I didn't mention the property, what it will take. So that is image and news is okay, container, column. A column is an array because a column takes an array, right? So I need to mention children. Inside that I need to mention this. So this is getting because it is a string, means key. I'm accessing that particular key data. This means I'm accessing this particular URL key data I'm using for network image. So now we'll see what it is displaying. Yeah, you can able to see here. Whenever I click anything, that image it's displaying in the next screen. Okay. So same way, below that I need to create another thing. This is a column. If I want to use anything, it will come below only. So I will copy the container and put comma, and I'll copy paste the container. So this will create one below the another. I'll change this image to some text because we have description and title and everything. So we'll make use of it, description and content. So I'll use the text for using that. So text, what I need to take is news of title, because in the previous screen we are displaying only limited title. Here we will display fully. And what we need to give some stylings because it will give small default. So style, text style, and I'll mention the font size. In the text size, in this text style, we already discussed it will provide some properties for designing this particular widget because this is enveloped with text only. So we are mentioning the text style inside. So font size I'll give around 22 because this is the title, and if want font weight I'll give 600. So font weight dot around 600. And this text and everything I need to be justified. So it should not be in right side or center anything. I will justify this, but this is not inside the text style properties. This is inside the text, not inside this style. This is closed here. Here I will write text align. Alignment we can do. It provides a few alignments like text align, text align dot justify. We have left also. We have left, right, center, start, and everything. I want justify, and we'll see what it's showing. Yeah, see here, the title it's showing. Title of that particular JSON, particular news. So it looks different here. till the corner it is showing. I will add padding to this. That is why I added container for each thing, because this provides padding. Padding will take the edge insets. It is by default it is taking only. So we can check what is this only and all, because we are using this first time now. Edge insets dot, we have only, we have all, and some other option. Only is nothing but only left I want, only top I want, only right I want. That time I use only. If we use all, for all the values it will take, for all the sites it will take the single value. So I'll give all. So I'll mention around 20, 22, take all the sides. See, top, left, bottom, and right. It is taking 20 pixels. Yeah, same way, I want to use description. We also have description. I'll copy paste the same screen, same code. I don't want to type again, because it will be little boring for you people. The same code if I keep on typing, but I'll explain it. What is this? Yeah, here I'm going to use description, so I'll change this news to description. The name should be same like in previous same like JSON description. See, it was different. Okay, and the font size I don't want the same, because it's 22 in the title, but I want only smaller size. And width means font weight is okay, and justify is okay. We'll see what it will show me. See, why the gap between these two is showing is because I added padding for this, padding for both actually. See, because I added padding here. So I added padding here, that's why it's showing. Okay, and I'll change the padding to 15 for the second thing. So we'll see. I didn't save. Yeah, padding is little lesser than the top one. It is showing like this. And one more thing, what we have is the content. They are in JSON I added, so we'll make use of that also. And I'll use the same code. Before that, we can add a line between these these things. The line we can add by using divider. Dividing between any two components are this one, widgets. So divider, it takes the color what I need to use. So color, we know how to give the colors dot gray or something, and we need to mention the what size that divider should be. Thickness, so it takes the thickness, so I'll give a simple smaller one, so it will show the divider. Yeah, divider, it is showing line, and we'll use the same code of the description to display the content. Comma, I'm missing comma. Okay, container. I'll change this to content. I'll go JSON. I'll copy the key name. I'll come to description. I'll change this. And the styles and everything is same. I didn't change anything, but we can change any color. We can mention color. Okay. Yes. Color. Some colors dot. Okay. Green accent or something we can give. No, this won't look good, so we'll change this to some a deep purple accent. Yeah, this is okay. So this is content. Okay, we can able to see this is different and this is different because we have some other values here. It doesn't have some other value. Okay, and if want, we can utilize this title. Author and as well as the published at. So yeah, that is also same like by using a column or else row. We can able to use row inside the column. So, and one more thing I need to mention is sometimes we'll get error because if the content overflows, I'll show what is that error. If I'll copy paste the same thing so to make the screen more data. See, because it is exceeding our height, so this error is coming. To overcome this, we will use scroll view of it. So we will go back to the container body. Here I'll wrap it with widget, that is single child scroll view. So what this will do is, what if it exceeds anything like that, it will make like scrollable. So now you can able to see scrollable. Yeah, I'll remove the added thing. Yeah. Anybody have any doubts in this? Like, yeah, for the first time, everything is looking at because this is the first time everything is looking like container and its properties, text and everything, and understand like how the widgetry I'm creating and why the properties are mainly important in Flutter. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Rajsuk.
Yeah, Ashok.
Yeah, I think we can wrap up the call because the design, the news app is created. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, so participants who are there still, I have sent a Google form in the chat box. So if you could fill up that form, then it would be very beneficial for us to, have the data of how this overall event went and other things. So just those who have done it, fine. But those who haven't, just fill up the form. It would be very helpful for us. And yeah, so I hope you got a lot of information, took very much from this event. And yeah, I wish we could organize these types of events in the future. And yeah, that's it.